Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 212th episode of Gaming Talk. On this episode, I am going to be giving my current thoughts on what I've seen for the Halo campaign evolved stuff. Let's get into this. But before I do, no, I am not going to be using any of the video footage from Campaign Evolved. I will just put up my own footage from Halo CE Anniversary played in the Master Chief Collection because I don't want to have copyright issues by just taking their video and using it. So at this point, I think we've all seen the announcement from Halo Studios of their upcoming project, that being Halo Campaign Evolved. They also threw out a video that was this really awkward, round table kind of discussion on why this was the perfect time to remake Halo CE. And they also threw out a video showcasing one whole level from where the game is currently at. Of course, the full campaign will not be out until sometime in 2026. But I'm still going to be giving my thoughts on it regardless. In their roundtable, they basically said that this is the best time because Halo's releasing on PlayStation, alongside Xbox and PC, of course. This is something that Microsoft has begun doing with some of their first-party titles by putting them on PlayStation. They did it with Forza Horizon 5 and Gears of War Reloaded. And I guess Halo is gonna be the next one that gets this treatment. But here is why I take issue, because literally no one, and I mean no one, asked for Halo Studios to do another remake of the campaign specifically for Halo CE when they already did that with the anniversary edition of Halo CE that at first was a standalone release and then got added to the Master Chief Collection. They say it's because it's going to be on PlayStation, but at this point, just do what you did when you put the MCC on PC and just trickle out the Halo games that were a part of the MCC onto PlayStation as a part of the MCC. Give them the option to buy all the games at once, just like MCC did on PC, or you can buy them one at a time as they release. This way, PlayStation players not only get the great experience of the campaigns of 6 entire Halo games, but they also get multiplayer and other modes like Firefight and that one extra campaign thing that was a part of Halo 4 that I can't remember the name of that nobody actually liked. That brings another issue of this being just the campaign and nothing else. Look, I'm the kind of person that when it comes to most things, like big FPS titles like Halo, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Medal of Honor, whatever, I typically will only play the campaign and maybe whatever third mode there is, like Firefight in Halo Reach and ODST, or Spec Ops Survival in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. But I know that there is a fair amount of people that only play these games just for the multiplayer, and I think they're really cutting out a good portion of a potential audience on a new Halo, on a new system, by excluding any form of multiplayer that could potentially be. To me, the best part, though, of the anniversary edition of Halo CE is the option to play it with the original graphics, which is like a really good idea. You could flip-flop between anniversary graphics and original graphics. Yeah, Campaign Evolved, it has super shiny graphics and not much else going for it, really. It would be great for those paying for the first time on PlayStation to be able to get to experience Halo CE with the original graphics as well as the remake graphics. But I am positive that they won't do that. Other things I've seen mentioned is how in the original Halo CE and Anniversary Edition, the assault rifle has a 60-round magazine, but this remake does what Halo 2 and Onward did and give the 32-round magazine to the assault rifle, and people are absolutely livid about that. Another thing I saw that they added is like an ammo counter on the back of the needler, and people pointed out how stupid this is because the needles sticking out the top of the needler is the ammo counter for that gun. So I have to agree that adding an ammo counter screen is really stupid. Not even Halo Infinite did that to the needler, and that game sucks. The last thing related to the weapons is they're making the energy sword actually usable when it never was in the original Halo CE, and the Anniversary Edition didn't allow that either. Honestly, I'm not really sure how this is a remake of Halo CE when they're removing, or it's just becoming so far removed from how things were in Halo CE. But as I said, instead of making a third version of Halo CE because it's going to be on PlayStation, they could have just started putting MCC on PlayStation. I do have to agree that it is kind of interesting that all this developer is decent at doing is remakes and re-releases of past Halo games while not being able to stick the landing on their own Halo games. I mean, Halo 4 is probably the best of the 343 Industries Halo games, but as a part of the rest of the series, that's not saying much at all. Halo 4, 5, and Infinite were just not very good or well received, and now they just want to make another remake of Halo CE, as if that's not a coincidence at all. Obviously, I am going to be waiting to see more of the game. I definitely will not be rushing into buying this game right out of the gate, as I still have MCC. I could play the campaign for Halo CE whenever I want to. Probably won't because the flood missions kind of are awful, but you know, whatever. To be honest though, when it does come out, I'll probably end up waiting until it's like on a super cheap sale. And that's even if I do decide to buy it or not. It definitely will not be a top priority of mine to buy. I really don't think there was ever really a need for this remake of Halo CE, but here we are. But that's going to do it for me and this episode. So, if you like this kind of content, feel free to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.